Hi everyone, and welcome to my introduction of the overview of EFort and EFEC. The team members in this project were me, Jasmine Batten, Diego Vera, Jonathan Dominguez, and Mohammed Bati. Our product owner was Dr. Masood Sajadi, as well as him being the professor. In this video, I will walk you through what EFort is and EFEC's role in the EFort project. The agenda for this video will start with me discussing what is EFort and what does it do. Next, we will talk about e-commerce and EFort, which is EFEC's role in the EFort project. Next, we will show you the My Accounts page that EFEC developed for all e-commerce related tasks. Next, we will walk you through the Stripe settings page for administrators to change Stripe settings. Next, we will talk about the user stories EFEC developed during the entire semester. Next, we will talk about the EFEC tech stack and the development tools that we use through this project. Next, we will talk about the system design architecture of the banking interactions, which include Plaid and Stripe. Next, we will talk about the overall system design architecture of EFort, and finally, we will talk about the system design deployment. First, what is EFort and what does it do? EFort stands for Empowered Forex Trader. Due to the complexity of investments, there's tons of tools and special jargon, limitations, and strategies which create additional complexities. They're usually limited to the wealthy, the knowledgeable, or the well-connected, and not to the average user such as you and me. EFort is a solution to complicated Forex trading. It's fully managed and works by making trades on foreign currency exchanges for customers who are most likely novices to the Forex trading world. Additionally, it advises and manages customer accounts for its customers, and it charges a subscription fee for its services. EFEC's role in EFort was converting the existing e-commerce structure and converting it to use the entity framework and repository pattern. Additionally, we handled the management of payments on the platform, and we leveraged Stripe and Plaid to handle the payment mechanisms in order to minimize the ACH compliance requirements. We also handled ACH payments and credit card and debit card payments and creating subscriptions through a default credit card to EFort. Additionally, we made it so that a user can add a bank account and add funds to EFort. Finally, we handle an administrator's ability to access and edit Stripe configuration settings during runtime. Here is the EFEC My Accounts page. This is just a little collage here to demonstrate some of the functionality that the My Accounts page has. In the back here, you can see that once you add a bank account, you can transfer money into the bank account, into the EFort project. You can also you can add a credit card to subscribe to EFort, and you can make that credit card a default, which is going to subscribe that card. Here is the startup settings page for Stripe configuration. This page is only available to administrators. This isn't the whole page, but as you can see here, a lot of these things are connection tokens to Stripe and Plaid. Here's a list of user stories that we developed through this project. As you can see, we did a lot of refactoring and adding credit cards, bank accounts, subscriptions, and we also worked on Stripe webhooks and the account settings backend and front end, and a couple of web API functions for others to use. As you can see, we also did a lot of improving of the user interface so that it was easy to navigate and to work with. If you want any more information about these user stories specifically, feel free to go to our Confluence page for more in-depth instructions, or to click on the Jira issue with this issue key. Here's the EFEC tech stack and the development tools we used through this project. To start, we programmed in C#, which is Microsoft's programming language. We also used the ASP.NET framework, which uses MVC 5.0, and it also uses the Entity 5-layer architecture, which in our case was EFort, Web API Business, Repository, and Entities. Our IDE of choice was Visual Studio 2019 or 2017, depending on your preference. The front-end visualization of this project used Bootstrap, HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, and the Razor View engine. For data access, we used the MSQL server using TSQL, and the IDE for that was MSSQL Server Management Studio, which allows you to view the database and set it up properly. As for our payment system, we used Stripe and Plaid. Stripe is this website that allows you to insert payment information such as customers and then their bank account and credit card information. The bank account information is verified using this external platform called Plaid. These two work together in order to generate tokens. Finally, in order to communicate with Stripe and to verify that what information is in Stripe is verified, we use ngrok, which just creates a local tunnel to local hosts so that you can receive these webhooks from Stripe. Here's the architecture of banking interactions. When you sign into EFort and add a bank account, a public key is sent to Plaid. Plaid works with your bank to verify that you have inserted the correct information, and then this token is sent to Stripe to be saved in your Stripe customer. Then this token ID is sent back to EFort and is saved in our local database. Here is the overall EFort architecture for the whole project. As you can see, it looks pretty complicated, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad. So, where to start? The EFort project handles most of the front-end work, including the MVC, HTML model controllers, and then EFort works with the business layer to talk with the web API. This web API works with the repository to send data to the SQL database. Then the repository sends information back to the web API, which sends information back to the business layer, which sends information back to the EFort layer. So as you can see, it goes through EFort, business, it sends a call to the web API sends a call to the repository, and then the repository accesses the data. Then this information is sent back to the repository, which is sent back to the web API, which sends a call to the business layer and back to EFort. The entities layer throughout this entire project is simply just a way to send entities through all of these different layers so that there's a standardization of data. An entity includes different columns and properties, just like an object. Similarly, here is our EFort deployment diagram. Feel free to take a couple of moments to look closer at this diagram. That concludes this video. If you have any questions regarding EFEC's role in EFort, please contact me at my email address or any of my teammates. Thank you for watching.